Hello, Chesser here. Today we're going to play Samwise Control here. What made me play the deck is the presence of strip mines, of course. I also always wanted to play with Samwise for a while now, but we don't really have any reason to play Samwise in a Bowmaster heavy format, and you also don't have anything to get back with Samwise. But now we have a reason to run him. The strip mines, if you aren't aware, it destroys target land. And note that this doesn't really care if it's a basic or not, it will just destroy any land. So you can realistically make your opponent go to zero lands if they don't hit their land drops. So Samwise is, let's take a look at Samwise here. So Samwise is a flashy threat that will return a permanent that has left this turn. The ceiling is getting back strip mines, but there are other uses for Samwise here. If you've got an extra Samwise in hand, for example, you can play him out and legend rule the existing Samwise. The ring tempts you, and then you can get back the other Samwise back, which means you have this sort of loop where you can just keep putting in Samwise to get tempted, and the flavor text on the ring is actually useful. So the first part is it makes any creature legendary and can't be blocked by creatures with greater power. So it's like Skulk. And then the second one lets you rummage. The third ability makes that your creature, if it becomes blocked, it forces your opponent to sacrifice that creature at end of combat. And the last one is your actual clock here. So whenever your ring bearer deals combat damage to the player, each opponent loses 3 life. So that's 5 damage a turn if Samwise connects. Then there's our control Ragavan here, Tamio. This card is insane value, just takes over games, gains you card advantage slowly through attacking, or whenever you flip it, it becomes a planeswalker that can return any target instant or sorcery from your graveyard to your hand. You can rebuy your spells, or even have the ultimate, which kind of reads like an I win button because you draw half your library. It's very rare to lose at that point. It's also part of our interaction package here, which is commonly called the Flareback package. So we have Phantasmal Shieldback here, which if it becomes the target of a spell or ability, you sacrifice it. Then when it dies, it draws a card. So it basically replaces itself. And the stat on this is pretty crazy for a one drop. It's a 1/3, which is perfect for any type of control deck because any aggressive deck will have to deal with this at some point. Like in the context of this format, it blocks Ragavan, it blocks Raptors, it blocks Cats, and there's really no way around it. You have to remove this. And by playing Shieldback, you can also play Flare of Denial here. So this reads that you may sacrifice a non-token blue creature, then pay its cost. So you kind of have this investment where you cast a shield back and you can keep a counter spell up. And usually you only want to use Flare of Denial if you think the card being cast can't be beaten. And coincidentally, you can also sacrifice Tamio here, which is fine if you have already attacked once. You can do mental gymnastics and say, Tamio has already drawn you a card anyway. Thunder Trap Trainer acts as the same. It looks at the top four cards of your library. Then it gets a non-creature non-land from among them. And Flare of Denial itself isn't really that bad because at its floor, it's a cancel. It's a 3 mana counter spell, which is not that bad, especially if the game drags out. You're, you will have something to do with your lands at that point. And here is a Tome of Gadwick, which is a pet card, a fairly powerful pet card, I might say. So equipped creature gets +1/+0 and has ward 1. And then if your creature attacks, it conjures a random card from the spellbook. So the spellbook essentially is 12 spells, 12 cantrips available in Arena. Unfortunately, you can craft these cards. Preordain, Ponder, Opt. Some of these are available, but a lot of them aren't. And this is an attack trigger. So if you attack with Thunder Trap, you essentially just cantrip with it each time it attacks. And combine that with the ring taps you have a consistent card advantage engine. This deck also uses mana drain at its maximum because you have access to Lurus, you have Lorien revealed here, and even Thundertrap Trainer has this offspring ability which lets you copy it for an extra 4 mana. And as for the sideboard, we have Fragment Reality, which is an alchemy card. It hits everything except planeswalkers, essentially. And then that player puts a random creature card with lesser mana value onto the battlefield. It is pretty bad if your opponent does have something to get, but most of the time, if you're using this on the One Ring or something, it's really worth it. Stern Scolding is for the energy matchup. Wrath of the Skies energy matchup. Deafening Silence is used against Dark Ritual and Show and Tell decks. You have Consigned to Memory to respect Eldrazi. Commandeer as a card for all-in combo strategies. I also like this in Show and Tell, usually replacing 2 copies of Treasure Cruise because you are able to steal things like Stock Up, Rakshas's Bargain, or Dig Through Time. And the neat thing about that play is that it can't be veiled and it nets you 1 card. Anyway, let's see what the others are up to. Okay, let's play first. Against no companions, this looks good. We can start with Tamio.
This is an interesting story.
There's a Chalice of the Void. Do I care about this? I actually don't think I care about this. I'm just gonna start blowing up their lands until we can cruise or something. Okay, there's a mana drain. Now we're super far ahead. Just gonna fetch for Hollowed Fountain here. I'll strip mine, then cast some Samwise here. Nice. They are looking like an Eldrazi deck. You want consignments here. What else do we want? I think we want flares, mana drains. The Tome of Gadwick might be too cute here. I might want to make room for a rat here. Maybe we could trim down on these. Can run a rat and a fragment reality. I think this is fine. We have prismatic ending to get out of a moon lock or a chalice lock. Okay, here's a consign. Let's just lay out the fountain here. If they strip, we can Lorien revealed for another land. I might go for Kozilek's command here for 2. And I think this is not the end of the world. I'm gonna get keep getting hollowed fountains so that if they draw strip mine, they can't take me off white. Now that's a problem. Just take care of the cast triggers. I want to brainstorm here. We got brainstorm locked. So we're just gonna go cast Phantasmal Shield back to buy us time against the Myco spawn. Okay, that's too good. Yeah, I think I want to keep Rat here. I'm good with how I boarded. Let's play first. Hey, this is a fine hand. And lead with the basic island so that they blow that up instead of my hollowed fountain.
In the library.
Okay, we might be able to cast Cruise or something. Hot nuts here. I'm just gonna remove that. Okay. Hopefully we draw something relevant.
Every plane has stories to share. Use your words.
Need to find my strip mines soon. Flash Raker. Okay. Let's just play out the Samwise here. And I'm gonna Swords to Plowshares the Flesh Raker now.
I never forget an exceptional story.
Hmm. Okay, just pass the turn.
I am not defenseless.
You should get another Hallowed Fountain. Then let's just get the consign. Hopefully we draw into Strip Mine. Perfect. I'm just gonna take care of their fast mana.
Use your words.
This Samwise can keep attacking.
Words can't fix everything.
Okay, this is fine. I think I'm just drawing here.
Respect the library.
Now we can keep upticking Tamiyo here. Shield back can defend Tamiyo. Let's see what we draw. I think we can swords this so that we can down take Tamiyo. Chalice of the Void. It's drained. Nice. Play first. We're up against the Lurus deck. I think we can keep this. We have Swords to Plowshares. It's slightly important here. Let's just surveil. There's a Strip Mine. I think I can afford to do that. Okay, looks like they don't have a land here. Okay. Might be flooding a bit. Okay, let's just fetch for another white land. I'm gonna use our cancel here. Hopefully we can stabilize. Kinda doubt it, but we have treasure cruise. So let's start with brainstorm. Okay, the bright side here is that we got a blocker. Helix. This does not draw me a card. If we're just dead. Too many lands. So here we want Stern Scolding, Rat of the Skies, Fragment Reality. We can cut the mana drains, some flares. Maybe we should just go with one rat. I think that's overkill. Going first. Let's just play out the rainforest here. They can play like a slower game here where they just fire off a lot of bolts. Which is why I'm concerned with bringing in a lot of the removal spells. I think I just get aggressive here. I need to kill them at some point. Okay, there's another Sam. Don't think I want strip mine at this point. Let's see. Do they have a bot? Don't think I can play around it. Okay, let's just cruise here. Hmm. I don't think going to three changes that much. They need to top deck exactly the both.
Is there a deeper meaning to this passage?
Yep, GG's. Taylor's deck, we have a bunch of removal. Let's just swords it. This is the classic energy versus blue control deck matchup. Okay, that was a decent draw. Let's take them off red. Hmm, feel like I should just swords here. Do I want to deploy Tome of Gadwick? Let's deploy the Tome. Feel like this is a removal spell. They actually have a busted start. They have like four one drops in their hand. They have discharge, I think. Okay, that gets drained. Okay, I think I have to flare this. Hmm. I think I just play Tamio,
Oh, how am I supposed to focus on
put that.
only one project?
It's not perfect, but we have peace.
Okay, do I want this? Feel like I don't. Hmm. I think I just want to draw swords. Okay, let's start with this. Okay, I guess with that we want Flare now.
This improved my research. Think before you act.
Okay, that's fine.
Don't under. That home is one of a kind.
Okay, that's perfect.
Respect the library.
I think we just pass here.
Objection is unclearly you're not here to learn.
Let's just fetch for a hollowed fountain here.
Violence is not the answer. This is
We're slowly getting there. I want to cruise here. I just want to minus and then get swords.
Oh, this is one of my favorites.
A Tamio
Oh, how am I supposed to focus on only one
brainstorm.
project? Every plane has stories to share. Use your words. Oh, I stayed up too late reading. Again.
Yeah, we don't equip Tom here. We might die to bombardment. Okay. Now let's just do this. Let's get a mana drain here.
Use the past to plan for the future.
Let's try to take them off black. Nice. Post board, we have Stern Scolding, Rat of the Skies, Fragment. We're gonna cut the flares here, which might be weird. And some of the mana drains. I think I'd prefer mana drains over Sam. We need to mull for at least one removal spell. I don't think this is it. Okay, this probably is better. Yeah, let's do this. I'll take one and then start scolding a Raptor or a Johnny. The downside to this play is that they might just play strip mine, get this out, and then go to second main, play another pride. How we try to take them off black mana here. They just had the basic swamp. They might surgical. I feel like they have surgical. Okay, I'm just gonna go for fragment. Okay, we took out the flares, so that doesn't matter. I might take one hit from the guide. I think it's more important to hit the Ocelot Pride. Opponent might have disconnected. Okay, let's just play the fragment here. Nice one. Let's see what they take. I think I just want to take that out. Johnny is scary. Wait, there we go. I think I'd like Thunder Trap more here. Oh my god. Let's just pass. I think I can accept this. Let's go for Stern Scolding. Let's just hold back just in case they got Ragavan. This is fine. We have a shield back. There's a true drop. We can get our lures back. Nice. Welcome back. So, what do we think of the deck? I do think a big problem of this deck is just closing out games. Since we aren't able to run two Mystic Sanctuaries now, it's hard to buy back all the answers you need unless you have Tameo out. Not being able to close games actually makes you susceptible to burn, which can be seen in game 2 of this video. And also the energy matchup was pretty close because I almost got burnt out by a goblin bombardment. And in blue white, I'm not really sure if there's any good cards that you can use to have a repeatable life gain source. Maybe you could use this cute card here, Banalish Partisan. So whenever you cycle another card, you may return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield, but you must pay one and white. It's going to be a 2-2 life linker that way, but that isn't really reliable life gain. Usually, I'd go for Cling to Dust, so it might be worth splashing some black in here just to gain access to this card. But if you're already splashing black, you might as well splash Frog, splash DRS, and we get the same deck we had the first video. But yeah, anyway, there's more room to experiment. So mainly the problem here is just closing out games and gaining life. I guess gaining life could be solved by running some cards like this. Candy Trail. This was recommended by Herotza and Dev Chef. So it enters its price too, which is not bad, I guess, as a one off, but it would probably take up a slot in here, which we have to figure out. And it's probably Tome of Gadwick. As for the sideboard, I might want to consider the fourth consign because the Eldrazi matchup is really tough if you don't draw any of your strip mines. But other than that, I think their threats can be controlled by things like Swords to Plowshares anyway. Yeah, other than that, I do think this deck is pretty good. It would be my go-to blue-white shell right now, unless I find another one, but I might try out Esper Kaito again, but with strip mines. Feel like that deck would take the most use of Phantasmal Shieldback, Tameo, Bowmasters, and Kaito. Feel like that would be interesting. Anyway, that's it for now. Thank you for watching.